Having a deeper voice is helpful in a lot of ways. People will understand you more easily. It is more attractive than a whiny prepubescent voice. And it is nice to be able to speak with confidence. Now, these things are actually attainable by not necessarily deepening your voice, but instead focusing on other factors that will help you to improve the quality of your speaking. And if you would like access to a wide variety of content about self-improvement and your success, then make sure to click subscribe and hit the bell icon. I release a new video every Monday and every Friday. Let's begin. First, let's cover how you can actually develop a deeper voice no matter where you are at in life and no matter what physical condition you are in, for the most part. This method is seriously not recommended, but if you want a deeper voice, then you must take steroids or have yet to go through puberty. Allow me to explain. The way in which the male body develops a lower pitch, a deep voice, is during puberty, when the male body is inundated with testosterone and human growth hormone. How much testosterone your vocal cords receive during this time is generally what influences the pitch of your voice. So how do you do this yourself? You maximize the testosterone your body can produce when it goes through puberty, for all of you guys who have not gone through it yet, or are in the process. And for those of you that are post-puberty, you can take testosterone. But again, steroids are not recommended at all. The side effects are numerous, and I will link various videos and articles in the description to discourage their use. Now that we have that covered, understand that your voice is the voice you are stuck with, but there are certainly ways to make it sound better. The first step is to slow down the rate at which you speak. Say things deliberately. A great example of this is to listen to any Morgan Freeman voiceover. He artistically uses pauses in his speech to emphasize his points, and the result is a very powerful way of speaking. Secondly, you must pronounce everything correctly. When you are speaking, time should not be a factor. You should not be rushed. You should not talk quickly at all. Instead, act as though you are speaking from a position of authority, as if you are a king. And what does a king do? He sits around all day. What is the result of that? He has no need to speak quickly, so he speaks slowly and powerfully. Third, listen to orators and great leaders whom you admire that speak well. Emanate how they speak. A great clip I will include is from the opening scene of James Bond, Dr. No. Obviously, this is a movie, but who says movies are not based in reality? Another great show to watch is House of Cards, when Kevin Spacey talks to the camera and explains what is going on. Any other similar scenes or clips, feel free to leave in the comments below. Fourth, do not only listen to those men, but act like them as well. Adopt their mannerisms. A great person to watch for mannerisms is Don Draper in Mad Men. He speaks very well and typically gets what he wants. These mannerisms will allow people to overlook the pitch of your voice and instead be drawn in by your masculine energy. Fifth, this is going to be very hypocritical to Don Draper, but don't partake in activities that are going to damage your vocal cords, or any part of your voice for that matter. What does that mean? Do not smoke anything, whether that be actual cigarettes, e-cigarettes, pens, vaporizers, none of it. Do not drink alcohol. Do not put excessive strain on your vocal cords by shouting or singing loudly too often. Sixth, end your sentences by going down. Here is an example of what I mean. Imagine I am your typical girl who parties every weekend and gets drunk most nights. I hate to be stereotypical, but they all talk like this. Don't you get what I mean? I want Starbucks. Like, should we get Starbucks? Hear how their inflection point goes up at the end? Sure, some of those lines were questions, which generally end with a raised inflection point. But for every statement to end like that, makes them sound as if they were valley girls. You should strive to end every statement with a downward sloping inflection point. For example, I am going to speak to you. You are going to hear my words, then repeat as I say. Hear how the inflection point hits at to you and as I say. This will give you a sense of authority. It will allow you to not sound as though you are constantly questioning yourself, which will help people trust you more easily and enjoy being around you. There is a great video on this, which I will link in the description. If you have made it to the end of the video, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And I also strongly encourage you to subscribe. You will definitely be missing out otherwise. With that said, who are the great orators you can think of? What are your reasons for wanting a deeper voice? Leave a comment below. I would love to hear.